Hello, hi, it's me, toxiclowfive, and today, well, okay, I can't even talk, bro. Today, we're talking about the innovation awards. As you can see, right here, just the innovation awards, and, there's a lot of categories here for, like, games that are, like, you know, innovative. So, we're gonna go through each of these, starting with the RPG. I think that's the RPG one over there. I guess we'll start, wait, no, we'll start here, I guess. Video star. Now, personally, if I was to choose, I would put me here. Like, just replace Leah Ash, and, like, put me right there, right? Just put me here instead. I should be here instead, you know? I don't know who any of these are. I mean, I kind of knew Leah Ash, I think. I think she used to make RPG content. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm just gonna move on. Anyway, we do have the best RPG experience. Now, I started this channel solely on Cerberus 2 content, which is an RPG, and World Zero. Oh, Blocktails is here. Well, we know who's gonna win this, or who should win this. I swear, if Blocktails doesn't win this against King's Legacy, which is just a copy of Blox Fruits, not even a good one, and then World Zero, which is 7 years old, by the way. Why is that even here? They haven't done any... That game hasn't even updated in, like, 4 years. They haven't added any new content other than battle passes in 4 years. Why is this here? Blocktails should win this. If you haven't played Blocktails yet, go play it. Anyway, next up, we got this stuff. Yeah, I don't know, bro. Just go with the hat. The hat looks cool, I guess. Horror experience. Now, let's see. Okay, that's just horrific right there. Isn't Guts and Black Powder more of a survival shooter game? Why is that in the horror experience? Oh, what is Dandy World? Oh, it's Forsaken. I mean, I guess Forsaken's more of a survival game, though. I don't know. I personally want to put this here, but I think it's either going to be 99 Nights in the Forest or Forsaken to win this. There's no way Guts and Black Powder is gonna win this because it's just less known. I don't know. I don't know if how it works. I don't know if it's like popularity works. Like if we get to vote on these, or if it's like chosen by Roblox themselves. But I mean, if its popularity is either between these two games, these are always on the front page. Maybe even Danny's World, I think. But I don't know what that game is about. So next we got the best shooter. What is this here? I think I would have, years ago, I would have went for Arsenal, but Arsenal's so old. And didn't this win last year's Innovation Award? Isn't there new shooters now? Shouldn't they pick a new shooter? I guess I'll go for Rivals there. I don't really know. Why is she floating? Where's she going? What? Where are you going? What is this? Oh, that's like a thing we gotta do? Oh, okay. Well, thank you for showing me that. Best action experience. Wouldn't this also be a survival game? Like, is there no survival strategy? That's kind of weird. Anyway, we got Blox Fruits. Of course, Blox Fruits is here. Deep Woken and Fleet of Facility. These are really... This is a really weird category. I mean, Fleet of Facility is more of a survival game as well. There's no action in this game. I mean, I guess technically there is action when you're getting chased by the thing, but like, I don't know, bro. I wouldn't put that there. Why is Deep Woken here? Or shouldn't Deep Woken be at the RPG section? I'm so confused. Anyway, I guess I'll give it to Deep Woken. I don't know. Deep Woken's a good game. It deserves it. Let's see. Best strategy. Now, let's see. Are you kidding me? Like, what is this, bro? How is Dead Rails X strategy game? Like, you would think, I thought I would have saw TDX here, TDS again, even the like arena tower defense, like anything with strategy in it. Well, you can't really call TDS a strategy game anymore, considering everything is all apart in that game now. But like, seriously though, like, what is this, bro? Forsaken? That's not a strategy game. What do we have next? We got best adventure experience. All right, I guess this actually makes sense to be here. This also makes sense to be here. This also makes sense. But chain 2-player obby, I mean, I guess it's technically a quote-unquote adventure, but it's an obby game. That should be a platformer. This should be a best platformer experience or something like that. I wouldn't really call that. I guess I'll give it to this game. I didn't really like Expedition. I did like this game. This game is okay. Best audio, well, Pressure has to win this. Like, Pressure's like Pressure's sound effects is like immaculate. Dragon Adventures, never heard of that. Hell's Kitchen, I remember there was a sponsor for this. I don't know. I can't really. I'm kind of just being biased towards this because how good Pressure is. So I'd probably go for Pressure. Best studio, I only know one studio here, and I think that's Twin Atlas. That's the only studio. I think Voldex. I can't remember what they make. I don't know. I can't remember any of these other ones. So I'll probably give it to Twin Atlas, I guess, even though I don't play their games anymore. Blade Ball. Why is Deathball not here, bro? Deathball's a much better game. Why is Deathball not in the running? That's actually upsetting. Rainbow Friends. Dude, that game hasn't updated in 2 years. Dude. And then Dandy's World again. What's this game about? But Blade Ball, bro? Blade Ball. Are you kidding me? And then Neighbors. I don't know what that is. Best use of IP. I heard this How to Train a Dragon thing was pretty decent. So I'd probably pick that one. I don't know anything about any of these. I don't know. I never saw SpongeBob Tower Defense. Wait, SpongeBob Tower Defense is in best use of IP, but not in strategy? And Forsaken got that. Yeah, dude, I don't even know, bro. I don't even know. All right, so over here we have best simulation experience. Let's see. Dress to Impress, Emergency Response, Grow a Garden, and all right, I guess this actually makes sense because you're like simulating like a modeling thing. Then you're simulating like real life, I guess. And then you're simulating growing a garden, even though that's like the bare minimum of a garden, because like there's no house or anything. But whatever. I guess I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to make any fandom upset, so I'm just gonna keep going. Best survival experience. Okay, so Forsaken. So Forsaken is in best strategy for some reason. The best survival experience, best new experience, best people's choice experience, and the best horror experience. God. Okay. Creatures of Sonora, Dead Rails, and Danny's World. I'll have to give it a Forsaken. Forsaken's definitely the better game out of all of those. Dusty Trip. This is for best role-playing Avatar Sim. Dusty Trip is a simulator game? Avatar Sim? I mean, no, that makes no sense. That's a survival game. But whatever. I would give it a Brookhaven, I guess. I don't know. I don't really want Grow Garden to win anything, honestly. Best sports experience. Now, I did play this game, Basketball Zero and Basketball Legends. I'd probably give it a Basketball Zero, even though that game is not great either. But I give it to Basketball Zero because I don't know, I didn't. Wait, I mean, track and field was pretty fun. I don't know. I like basketball. I'm biased to basketball, so I'm gonna pick Basketball Zero because that's anime characters in it. That's the only reason. Best immersive. I don't know any of this. I'm just gonna ignore it. Best racing experience. Midnight Racing. I did play Vehicle Legends. I did play Drive World, and I have played Drive and Empire. I have the most time in this game, so I'll give it a Drive World. I don't think that was a pretty good game. Best UGC creator. Yeah, I don't know. I give it a Who's Trade. That's the only person I know, so I give it a that guy. Wait, what is that name, bro? Alright, so over here we have the best use of tech. So we got Grow a Garden. Best of use of tech. They mean like the new technology in Roblox? Like using the Roblox technology? Are you telling me Grow a Garden, the most bare minimum game, is on here? Dead Rails, Rivals, and Find Everything. I don't even know what this game is. But I'm gonna give it a Rivals. I don't want Dead Rails or Grow a Garden to get anything there. That I don't know, man. Best creative direction, and you're giving it to Grow a Garden. Dude, I can't. This is a joke, bro. This is insane. What is this? Steal a brain? What is there? Are you serious, bro? Dude, I'm gonna give it a 99 Nights in the Forest, bro. I don't know what else to put. What's he doing? What are you doing? Are you good? We got best collaboration. I didn't play any of these, but I know Piggy is a pretty big game, and that plus Megan seems pretty cool. Oh, they had like a NASCAR driving world effect. That's cool. I'm gonna give it a pig. I would give that a Piggy. And then best new experience, I'd have to give that to Forsaken. Again, people told me Danny's World is a pretty cool game. I didn't play it yet though. I only played Forsaken, so this is biased. I did play Steal a Brain Rot though. I would have put that here. So I'd definitely put that in Forsaken. Forsaken's probably going to win a lot of these, but Grow Garden's probably going to take this because it's Grow Garden. Best Obby. Right, the best Obby platforming game. What was that game from earlier? Like, that should be here. Whatever it was. I forgot what it was, but that should be here. I'm going to give that to, I guess Regret Evader. Regret Evader's pretty fun. And then finally, the final thing, Puzzle Experience. I'll give it a Piggy 64 because I know that's a pretty cool game. So I'm going to give that a Pig 64. I think that's everything we checked out. No, we should be able to vote everything now. Let's go vote. So I'm assuming these are voting section. Is that what this is? Okay, so we got best adventure experience. I think I'm gonna give that to 99 Nights in the Forest because I do really like this game. I don't like it that much. Like it gets pretty repetitive after a while, but it is a pretty cool game. But then again, Expedition. Nah, I'm gonna give it. Yeah, I'm definitely giving that to 99 Nights in the Forest. Next, we got best party / casual experience. I'm not giving it to Blade Ball. Death Ball is a better game. That should be here instead. Rainbow Friends was pretty fun. I didn't try Dandy's World, but they said it's good, and I don't know what that is. But I did play Rainbow Friends. It's pretty fun, so I give it to that. Obby platformers experience. I did say I was gonna give it a Pig 64, but Regret Evader is pretty good too, but I'm gonna give that to the other category that we had seen. Best survival experience. I'm gonna give that to Forsaken. I'm sorry, Forsaken's a really good game, so I gotta give it to that. The next we have best simulation experience. I don't want Grow Garden to win, so I guess I'll pick Dress to Impress, I guess. I never played any of these games except for Grow Garden, so I'm gonna pick Dress to Impress, I guess. Wait, no, I'm gonna give. You know what I'm gonna do? No. Can I re-vote? Can I vote again? All right, so what I'm gonna do for the platformer, I'm gonna give that to Regret Evader, and then give the puzzle for Pig 64. There. That makes a little bit more sense. Next, we got the best racing experience. I said I was gonna give that to Drive World because I really do like Drive World. Vehicle Legends is the first one I ever played, but I do really like what to do with Drive World. It's really fun to play. Then I was gonna do Basketball Zero for this one. Best strategy. I don't want to pick any of these. I'm gonna pick the only game that looks like a strategy game, which is this one. Next up, we got best role-playing Avatar Sim experience. I don't know. I don't really care about this. I don't know. These two are the only one that makes sense for these. So I'm gonna go with Brookhaven. The best action adventure, or I mean, best. I guess I'll go with Deep Woken because I want Deep Woken to win something. Best shooter, I'll give that to Rivals. That's one of the newest ones, and I do think it's a really good game. And I swear, if anything but Blocktails wins this, I'm gonna be upset because this is old. This won like 3 different rewards already. This game is mid. I played both of these a lot. This game is not that good. And then King's Legacy is just a copy of Blocktails. Blocktails has to win this. This game is like peak. Like, there's nothing wrong with this game other than like there's no There's not that much replayability, which is upsetting. But Block Tales is a really good story, has a really good gameplay mechanic, got a lot of replayability. I know I just like contradicted myself, but you know what I mean. It's a really good game. Block Tales has to win this. And then best horror. How is this a horror game though? I don't know. I guess I'll give it to. I'm gonna give it a Forsaken. All right. And then we got one more category. Now the best new experience. I'm gonna give it a Forsaken. I know. People are probably I'm glazing Forsaken, but it's a good game. Okay, leave me alone. Next we got the People's Choice. Between these four, why is Block Tales not here? Why is Block Tales not here? It should be here. That's like the best game out of all of these. All right, whatever. I'm gonna pick Forsaken again. Like I don't know. I don't know what Danny's World is. And Forsaken's definitely better than Rivals. And then I would say I was gonna go with Who's Trade. And then finally, I guess Waffle Trades. I don't know. I don't know any of these people. There, I'm done. And that's the Innovation Awards. Now, is it good? No, it's pretty garbage. I don't know what they were doing. I don't know who was hired to like pick up the games, but I feel like they should get fired, bro, because like there's so many better games that I've played this year that should have been picked instead, and last year too, especially for like the RPG experience. I don't know, man. And then the strategy is just a joke. Like there's only one game on there that's a strategy game. I don't know. I would give this a 2 out of 10. This sucks, but at least I gotta pick Block Tales. I feel like Block Tales should have been in more things though, especially that it was even in. I mean, it could have technically even been a puzzle experience technically, because there is puzzles throughout the game, so that could have been there. But whatever. And then best new experience, that should also be there, but it's technically not a new experience. It's a year old, but still, I still think it should be up there. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I wasn't gonna make a video on this. I just felt like I should, and I did enjoy doing it. So yeah, goodbye, and I'll see you guys in the next video.